I shall be singing the Trois, Noirs. Le soir des noces après le souper, trois hommes noirs sont arrivés. Trois hommes noirs sont arrivés, ont demandé la mariée. La mariée n'est pas ici, venez donc vous y mettre à table. Nous ne voulons ni boire ni manger, mais nous voulons voir bien danser. Ils ont pas fait trois pas de danse, la mariée fut enlevée. La mariée fut enlevée sans que personne pût l'empêcher.
Nice. Good job. Can you tell them what happened? What was happening?
All right, so I shall take out the thing I
Yes,
prepared.
because Patrick, like me, also really likes to talk. So I said he gets 3 sentences in which to tell you.
I figured out 4 sentences.
4 sentences. That's right.
The song starts at the night of the lover's wedding feast when 3 men in black show up and take the bride away, and that's what I sang. The next morning, the lover sees a devil approach him in the form of a horseman and tells him that his bride is in hell, where the devil takes the lover free of charge.
Nice.
When he arrives in hell, he sees the ghost of his bride, who tells him that the 3 men in black were brothers, and they didn't want her to marry. So the lover tells her to keep her engagement ring, and says, "We've known each other for 3 months, but we'll be together for eternity if you keep the ring."
In hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
And then there was a part where he's all like, "I'll cut my neck if you don't keep it," but
it's a kind of a dark song,
Yeah.
you know. So it's actually from the 1970s, which is interesting. But it's written kind of as a bard piece, right? It's kind of written in the feel of folks traipsing around the mountainside telling stories. So I want to do that first, and then I want to talk about a little bit of placement stuff. Come right here. And I want your posture a little bit. You're again in Japanese fighting stance. He likes standing in Uji posture. So we just want to be singing posture. So like, yeah, very nice. And then make sure your back is really straight. Yeah, that's nice. Sure. And I appreciate why. Yeah, I get why you're doing it. It's easier to like tense your stomach, but you still have to like, yeah. Okay, so try just the first part of that, just the first little paragraph part. With this posture, and then also some of, okay, so it was written in the 1970s, right? But it feels like it's from the 1600s. So some of your motions are too current.
yeah.
It's too, like this century. So I want you to use more like, think Shakespearean, sort of larger gestures, so that what your body's doing is matching what the music's doing. Just the first little section.
Le soir des noces après le souper, 3 hommes noirs sont arrivés. 3 hommes noirs sont arrivés, ont demandé la mariée.
Right, so that's better, right? That matches the, like, what the music feels like, but you're still telling the story. It's so good. Okay, and you're doing such a good job with your technique, like it feels like, sorry. It feels like everything is really open. Can you hear how open the back of his throat is? He's making a lot of sound, there's a lot of support. So here's the deal with singing in other languages. So there's some things that are like singing requirements, which he's doing really well, right? So the soft palate, your stomach, you're doing all of those things really well. depending on the language that you're in, there are also some requirements of the language, right? So this is French, and French is a little more forward and a little more nasal. Is that fair? Okay? so if these are the requirements for French, or for whatever language you're in, right? And English is a tough language, so we have to do a lot of adjusting in order to deal with English. Italian is the best one, because all the vowels are pure. Okay, so we have to do some things that are required for French. So when you're singing a French song, you have to live here. You have to do the things that the French language requires and that singing requires so that you sound authentic. Yeah? So what were some of the things we were talking about to adjust your sound so it sounds a little more French?
I think it was puckering the lips a bit
So
more.
you're going to pucker your lips a little bit so that the entrance is a little smaller, nice.
Yes.
And then to get the brightness, what was the body part you were adjusting?
The tongue.
Yes, what are you going to do with it?
It needs to be more arched.
Yeah, so we're going to make this space in which the sound wave is coming through last smaller. So he's going to arch his tongue close to his teeth and pucker his lips so the sound sort of like narrows right there. It's going to do that. It's going to make that sound. No. Okay. Okay, so hopefully that. Okay, but you're also going to have to keep the openness inside so that you still sound good as a singer. So let's try just that first part again and give me the French language meets good singing.
The beginning.
Beginning. Sorry.